The little flower seed. Spring is in the air, Clifford, Emily Elizabeth said. Can you feel it? Clifford wagged his tail. It was true. Early spring is the best time to plant a new garden, said Mrs. Howard. The courtyard will look pretty when our garden starts to bloom, Emily Elizabeth said. We'll have lots of vegetables and flowers in the garden, Clifford, Emily Elizabeth said. Even some carrots for Daffodil. Clifford looked and smelled, but he didn't see any carrots or flowers. Emily Elizabeth and her mother worked and worked. They dug holes in the dirt. What fun, Clifford thought. Then Emily Elizabeth dropped something tiny into each hole. Mrs. Howard covered each hole with dirt. What's going on? Clifford wondered. All the seeds are planted, Emily Elizabeth shouted. Good work, said Mrs. Howard. Let's go fill the watering can and water a new garden. Now it's my turn to dig, Clifford thought. He dug and dug. I'm helping too, he thought. No, no, Clifford, Emily Elizabeth shouted. Stop digging up the seeds. Clifford was so confused. He didn't know what he did wrong. Seeds have to stay in the ground to become trees and flowers, explained Emily Elizabeth. This sounds strange to the tiny red puppy. It rained the next day. Rain is good for gardens, Daffodil told Clifford. Why? Clifford asked. Seeds need water to help them grow, Daffodil said. In a few days, Clifford saw something wonderful. The little flower seed had grown into a tiny plant. Soon, all the seeds grew into tiny green plants. Clifford thought they were beautiful. Emily Elizabeth watered the garden every day. And every day, the weather got warmer and warmer. The plants grew and grew. The sunflower was Clifford's favorite. When summer came, the puppy loved to stay cool in its shade. Isn't it wonderful? Mr. Sidorsky said. And the seeds are delicious. You are a good gardener, Clifford, Daffodil said. This is the best carrot I've ever eaten. Emily Elizabeth, you should be very proud, said Mrs. Howard. You grew a whole garden from little seeds. Clifford barked happily. The sunflower was growing, and so was he. Who knew how big they'd both get?